I think it's a great step forward. It really clarifies a lot of the rules around issuers of stablecoins. For BitPay, it doesn't change a lot, except for the fact that we expect there to be many new issuers of stablecoins. Banks can issue stablecoins. Companies like Amazon or Google could start issuing stablecoins. From BitPay's perspective, we support all the major stablecoins. We've done that for 6 years now, since 2019. And as new stablecoins come to market and they gain adoption, we'll add them to our platform as well.
So you're a major player in the US with companies who accept cryptocurrencies. I think of AMC Theaters, for instance, who partnered with you a few years ago to bring about crypto payments for tickets during the last crypto bull run. What's the environment right now like in terms of companies that are looking to get onboarded to accept crypto payments? And how does that compare to the last crypto craze?
Uh, it's great. We're seeing all kinds of new companies that are ready to accept crypto. And it's kind of the same story through every wave of adoption that we see throughout the years. You mentioned some of the great brands that we have. We also, have companies like LVMH and Joma Shop and Gucci and Newegg that have been longtime customers in some cases and more recent customers as well.
So given that you do handle so many crypto payments, I'm curious what the trend is like for the crypto user right now. A lot of focus is put on institutional adoption. You've got major companies buying crypto in the billions. But what about the retail investor or the average person that's buying things with crypto?
Well, when people first experiment with crypto, they get a wallet, they add crypto to that wallet, and BitPay has a wallet, and they start to accumulate wealth in crypto, then they naturally want to spend it, and so that's sort of the typical user journey that we see. And BitPay just makes it very convenient for them to spend the crypto that they have. One of the things about stablecoins that's great is that because, at least in the U.S., it's a U.S. dollar denominated asset, it means that they don't have to track their capital gains and losses with every single purchase. So they might have one of their, an investment in one of their favorite cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin, and every so often they can convert that into a stable coin when the market's at a peak or they need to cash out some of their investment. And then once it's in a US dollar stable coin, they can make their daily purchases without needing to keep track of gains and losses because it's pegged to the dollar.
And obviously, I mentioned the Genius Act earlier. That new law already gotten a number of companies talking about getting into crypto or at least issuing their own stable coins for payments. Does the Genius Act spur a new wave of tokens? And is that a competitive threat for BitPay?
No, new tokens is an opportunity for BitPay. As new tokens are created, we evaluate them and make a determination. If they gain market traction, we will add them to our platform. So we support dozens of tokens on our platform, including all, like I said, all the major stable coins. So the Genius Act doesn't really affect all the other tokens. It's really focused on what a company that wants to issue a US dollar denominated stablecoin, what requirements they have. For instance, they need to maintain a one-for-one backing, $1 in reserve for every dollar that they've issued as a stablecoin, and there's other requirements, compliance with KYC and anti-money laundering regulations, for example.
This summer has been filled with crypto news on Wall Street, a successful IPO from Circle. You've got Galaxy Digital going public in the US too, and the crypto exchange Bullish announcing in recent days that it has plans to do the same. BitPay is currently private. Is that something you guys would consider, an IPO maybe?
Yeah, that's right. BitPay's been private since 2011, which makes us the oldest crypto company in the world. We don't have any desire at the moment to go public. We are also, interestingly enough, the world's oldest Bitcoin treasury company. So since 2011, we've employed a Bitcoin treasury strategy like so many of those companies that you mentioned that are having IPOs and making waves in the market today. But as of right now, we don't have any plans to go public.
Crypto companies or companies in general deciding to employ crypto in their strategy, balance sheet strategy. Do you think that's a trend that you see continuing? Do you see it kind of slowing down momentum? Where do you see that?
No, I think it'll continue. I think you have companies like MicroStrategy, now known as Strategy, that are doing that sort of as a pure operation, providing exposure to Bitcoin in a variety of different sort of risk profiles. And then you see other, even non-crypto related companies that are using a Bitcoin treasury strategy, and ourselves that are we're a crypto operating company. For us, Bitcoin represents sort of our cost of capital. So if you look historically, Bitcoin's returned something like 50% approximately ARR in recent years. And so when we look at investments that we make in our operations, we need to be confident that we can outperform, that baseline. So again, it's like our cost of capital, and that's how we treat it, and that's how I think companies should treat it. And I see that trend continuing. I'm sure the hype around it's going to die down, but I think more and more companies, even non-crypto related companies, will start to use Bitcoin in that way on their balance sheet.
Okay, that's all for Crypto World today. We'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll see you then.